What's going on, guys? So I want to do a short video here, and what I had is I had one of these 62mm shells not go off for the 4th of July, so figured what a better time to tear it apart and let's check out what's inside of it, weigh some of these compositions here. So if anybody doesn't know, it's a single shot tube, preloaded, E-match only, but I had this one. It's a Willow to strobe, did not go, so I just went ahead and sectioned this in half so you can kind of see a cutaway before I start taking everything out. So looks like what you have here is you have some black powder lift charge here in the bottom, and you have a disc, your actual shell, and then another disc to hold it in there so it doesn't fall out if you just tip them upside down or something. So that's your first disc. That's your shell with lift cup with your match in there. It's been cross match and dipped in a black powder composition. We'll tear that apart in a second. But first, let's weigh this lift charge. It doesn't look like there's a whole lot in here, but there's a decent amount actually. So it looks like 15.7 grams. It's actually a pretty decent amount of black powder lift there. 16 grams. Let's see what the shell weighs in its entirety. 66.1 grams. So I believe, even though these are advertised as 62mm, I think they're actually 2 1/4 inches, something like that. So we'll get a knife and we'll cut into this shell. Let's take this lift cup off first, and then we'll actually cut into the shell and see what the amount of stars and brake charges in there. I would assume it's 35 or so grams, but there's a shell. And actually I can feels like there's actually an insert in there. Something's jarring around in there. Let's see what this weighs. 56. Let me cut it along the two halves here. Probably the easiest way to get into it. Something that's unique. It doesn't even seem like it was wrapped again, like a traditional shell would be wrapped after you put the two hemispheres together. Looks like it was just taped. Ah, that's why. You've got a smaller shell inside there. Wow, that's dirty. So you think you're paying for a 62mm shell, but are you? Doesn't look like that. Doesn't look that way to me. Try to get this off without cutting into the time fuse. There we go. Wow, look at that. That looks like 2-inch shell. Looks like to me. Let me get a ball shell and compare it. Here's 1 3/4 inches. Yeah, not much bigger. So it looks like you're only getting about a 2-inch shell. Let's cut into that and see what's inside that. There we go. Doesn't seem like it was wrapped a whole bunch either. Get one of these on there. Right. There's your stars. Looks like I've got 33 grams of stars and some black powder covered rice hulls, very lightly coated rice hulls at that. But it looks like there's probably 30 or 40 stars in there. So, oh guys, that's it. That goes to show you 62mm, at least the raccoon shells, 62mm is not 62mm. A little bit of false advertising there, but it is cross-matching the top too, so that's nice. But tell me what you think in the comments, guys. I appreciate you watching. Thanks.